Hey guys, welcome back. We're back at the Chinese ATV. I should have made a video on this, but we actually got it started. So as you saw in the previous short, it was just a quad just beat to death. But I got to put a starter on it. I should have made a video on that. But it starts, it runs. I put my carb, got the right cables hooked up. However, when I started to try and just run it, the clutch was not grabbing. It was giving all the symptoms of a bad clutch. So we're going to replace the clutch on one of these. And since there are no YouTube videos, we're just going to make one so you guys have reference. I believe this is a Yamoto 200 250, Cobra 200 250, whatever. It's like the mid-2000s Chinese ATV with this vertical CRF claw motor. So we're just going to take the bolts off for the clutch cover. Obviously, it's about, I think, like 10, 13. I didn't really count. But I have them kind of in order right here. And I would always recommend draining the oil before you do this. However, someone mounted the skid plate wrong, or this is a different motor, because the bolt does not line up with the hole and I cannot get it. So we're just gonna let the oil spill out through here. I am gonna clean it up. It was already dirty as shit, but I took the bolts out already. As you can see, you just break them loose with your ratchet, and then I just use the drill just to get them out. You can break them with the impact, but I just like to be careful with this. So right now we're gonna pull the cover off. See if this is easy or not, because I don't think this cover's been off in a while. So hang tight, everyone. I'm just trying to find a good place where I can put the phone real quick so you guys can see this. So maybe we'll do it up here and see how this goes. That's on good. Definitely hasn't been off in a while. All right, guys. So kind of stop that for a second, but we're gonna get back to this. I'm gonna put the camera right back towards the tire so we can see the cover again. Now, this thing was really hard to get off. I got a little bit budged. One thing I'm just recommending for now, get a little 2x4 and a hammer. Don't use just a hammer on the metal, you're probably gonna crack it. It's Chinesium, it's not that strong. And once you get it open a little bit, don't put a flat screwdriver between here, because you're gonna scratch that metal and that's gonna be a pain in the ass. So I'm just lightly tapping and it's been slowly getting it off. Just make sure you get just to kind of break it loose. You'll cover a good amount of surface area. Try it again. See, the top is coming off. Oh, there we go. And look at that. Dirty as shit. Let's go open this up and take a look. And we're probably gonna need a new gasket as well. So be prepared to either use gasket maker or just buy one off one of those Chinese websites. So there we go. Yeah, I'm pulling the gasket off of this, so I'm gonna have to show you how to recoat that. I did gasket maker before for RTV, so that'll work. There we go. Put this right around here. It made a little mess, but oh well, part of the job. So here we are, open it up, and this is my setup right here. So I'm gonna go order a new clutch pack online, or clutch plates, and we'll see how the rest of this video goes. I am gonna stop it here, but I will let you know the link I use and make sure to get the right one for this type of engine. So stay tuned. Back at the video. I know I said I wouldn't cut the video up, but we had to make a part 2 because I ordered the clutch, and link will be in the description. But here's the original one. Apparently this one's burned up. I'm going to take that out eventually. Bolts are still in line right here. And right now we have the new clutch right here, the new clutch pack. Well, at least I took the disc and stuff out of it, but this is actually going to be soaking in, I guess, ATV 10W40 oil. So I'm going to have this soak for like 20-30 minutes just so we can, I'm just going to be on the safe side. I don't want to burn it up by accident. But yeah, we're going to lubricate that, and we will get back to the video on installing, actually taking this old clutch out and putting a new one in. Alright everyone, we're going to continue with clutch removal. I never personally did this setup before, taking this off. I did pit bike before, but this is a little bit slightly different setup, so we're just going to slowly take off these screws, see what happens. There we go. We're going to take these screws off. I'm assuming this is going to get this thing off. Again, this is half blind. There's no other really... Oops, there it goes. That's how we lose parts. There's two. Now we'll get the third one off. Let's see how this goes. And hopefully this part here will come off and we can get the actual clutch pack off and all that stuff. Alright, there we go. Oh, we got some stuff coming out. Alright. So it looks like there's a gasket right in here. I'm keeping it on, honestly. I don't really feel like, you know, trying to get it out right now. This oil's still pretty disgusting. But I'm going to remember it's going to be like that, I guess. I'll try to remember that. So, put this right here. The gasket did not break. Hallelujah. That's good. We're going to see. Oh, yeah. And this ATV, there's a little bit of like metal shavings in here. Definitely not the best ATV in the world, but not here to keep it for a long time, just for a good time. So, got that off. Now, I'm not sure how we're going to get that off in there, but it looks like, I guess, this big thing is in the way, which I think for this one you will need the clutch removal tool, which, yes, some people have it, some people don't. I still have one from before. I'm going to see if it fits. Yeah, that looks like... Yeah, it looks like the clutch removal tool, so let me grab it real quick. Now, there are other ways you could do it with like flat screwdrivers, but I decided to make life a little easier for me because I've done this a couple times. I did it for friends. It's this weird 4-tooth tool that literally will like pop in here. This one's a little too small. Let's go to the other one. Yeah, this one fits. Okay. Sorry, this is a special part, and for some people they can get a screwdriver in there and just bang it out, which it's possible. I've done it one time and it was very dirty, but this is a highly recommended tool just to get if you do like to do repairs or you're up for this challenge. So, all right, we're gonna get this on. The 4 teeth have lined up. Now we need the Ugga Dugga machine. Take the 10 mil off. Get your impact drill. And it's out. Okay. Here we go. This clutch tool is now out. We're going to put that right there. I know everything's spilling. It's disgusting. But now, we look here. The clutch pack come off now. Or I'd like to take the whole pack off, but... Alright. Yeah, I might have to take this out. This is the little pin that I believe is what you put, is from the clutch cable that pushed on this little lever thing, and it just pushes that in to engage and disengage. So we're going to take this out. I'm going to put it right here. And now I'm probably missing another step, so I'm going to go take a closer look and see if I need to remove anything else. Alright, we're back, but to get this off, I think there's another clutch bolt in there, so we're going to take this cut thing off. I'm not reusing the basket, I'm just replacing it. So we're just going to... I know I'm making life a little easier with this tool, but I just don't... Obviously I didn't take out all the bolts all the way. It's gonna make a mess. Prepare for that for now. Alright, we're gonna put that right there. However, I think the one thing we are going to have to use out of this is the bearing right here. I'm going to put that in between the new clutch pack. So, sorry, a lot of dead air right now, but just the clutch placement. I'm just literally doing this first time. Yep, we made a mess. All right, let's bring this back here. Now, I'm going to, never mind, the bearing just came out. I'm a little stupid. And I probably would have saved some time with that. There's another clutch bolt right there. We're going to take that. We're going to take, actually, no, there's a fucking, not a clutch bolt. Ring pin, I don't know, this fucking ring around there that, it's a pin that holds that. Which you can either use flat screwdriver, it's big enough, and just pry it open. But I'm going to make my life a little easier because I'm a lazy shit, so. This thing pries that thing apart, so. I'm going to try and hold the camera again. Line it up. With the two holes right here, we're going to spread them out. Like you just picked up a girl and you got to spread her leg. Oh shit, we didn't do it that time, so. Yeah, I'm trying to do this with one hand, and it's definitely not working out the best. But we're going to see how we do. Yes. One hand. One hand, we did it. We're going to keep this in the bearing right there. And now, what should happen is the clutch pack should come off, but no, it's being a little, still being stubborn, so. Actually, no, the packs came out right here. Oh, jeez. There we go. Took out most of it. Put it right there. There's the other part of the packs right here. Has a bad clutch. Now the thing is, I could probably actually. Yeah, there we go. We can take that sumbitch out. Use that. Here's the old clutch basket. And this is probably still good, but I'm gonna, compared to the new one, pretty much identical. It's a very good copy of that. Now we're gonna go grab the clutch packs out of the oil over there, and we're gonna go install this sumbitch. Hey guys, so we got the pack back in for now. We're gonna put the plates in a while. So for reinstallation, literally just gonna backtrack this. We're gonna get the big washer. We're gonna put it right here. So now we'll be all right for that. Next thing we're gonna do is actually, if we get the big washer here, then we're going to, I forget, I think we put this one in. No, this one's gonna go on the outside, so that's good. Now we're gonna put the actual like clutch pack in a while. This has been soaking in oil, gonna make a mess, but let's see how this goes. So we're gonna move this over here. Okay, so I gotta line this up here with the insides, and hopefully it fits in. All right, 1 second. We're gonna have to put that one at the bottom. Now we're going to. There we go. Now it's in. My hands are freaking oily as shit now. So, woohoo. Fun times. The next thing we're actually going to do, I might have to go off camera for this. We got to install this pin in again, and it's going to have to go on the outside clamp here. This time, yeah, this thing's in the way. I could either take it off and put it on, or I can try my best and just pop it on. So I might have to stop the video for this part. Sorry, it's not going to be too honest, but give me 1 second. Okay, everyone, that was actually a lot easier than I thought. It literally took me 30 seconds. I know I didn't get some camera because it was too hard to record, so I just put the pin on the outside two parts here, stretched it out, popped it in there, and clamped it over, and now it is on, so pack ain't going nowhere. It's on pretty good. That's good to hear. So now we're going to I'm going to put the bearing in here. Let's see how this goes. Bearing, check. I'm going to put this thing back in, check. And we're going to put the pin back in, so check again. There we go. That's on. Now we're going to stick this thing back on again, so For now, we're gonna pop this, line up the teeth, and we get the weird clutch bolt started now. Just see if I can get on the threads. I don't want to cross there by any chance. Alright, so we're gonna pop the weird clutch bolt tool back on. I'm gonna go very slow because I need to line this bitch up. Yeah, there's probably a torque spec to this, but I don't know. This is something I don't want to risk getting loose, so that's gonna be ugga-dugged on. Check, that is on now. Now this part we can pop this back on. Try and start the screws right here. I don't think I'm missing anything, which is good because I don't want to have to go back and be like, crap. There we go. We're gonna grab our Phillips screwdriver. Drill would have been nice, but we're doing screwdriver because I don't feel like getting the head on for the drill part. Sorry. This is why my hands could never be a surgeon, because I'm not 100% still. So twist these back on. I have oil on my hands, so obviously this is a little bit more of a challenge. You gotta use that grip strength to get them screws on, so get them on tight. And now we got one more lined up. Now, yeah, get that on right there. And now we're gonna do this one last one. There we go. And hear the compression. There we go. Here's the old clutch pack. I want to see what's really wrong with it, but the new one is on right now. And now the next step is to get the clutch case back on, which is right here. Cleaned up a little bit, but I don't have a gasket, so I'm going to use RTV sealant. I've used it before, and it's been pretty successful, so I will get that on and get ready for that part. Hey guys, so we brought the clutch cover in. Now we're going to put gasket sealer in there because I don't feel like buying a gasket. So just to show you, this is just black RTV sealant, oil resistant. I've used this numerous times, and it has worked wonders, so never had any leaks. So we're just going to glide this along here. I'm going to try and record some of it at least, but make sure you warm this up. If you do it cold, it might not stick well, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. So it's definitely not the most traditional way to put gasket sealer on. And yeah, I may get criticized for it, but I really don't care because this is what has worked for me in the past. Yep, we're getting that on there. Sorry, it's gonna be bad how this is working. Once you get this on, you're going to want to, what's it called? Put this on the quad right away, or your quad right away. So, because if you let it sit a little too long, you're gonna get it hardened, and it's just gonna be a pain in the ass. And yep, here's the job on it. Very disgusting, very bad, but hey, it works. So now let's put this cover back on the bike. All right, here's the next part. We're gonna put this back on, and I'm gonna find a good angle to put the camera at. It's gonna be good enough or not, but hopefully you guys can see a little bit. You guys can see some of it, but I'm just gonna stick this right on, and then there we go. Once this is on, we're gonna start putting some bolts back in, and put them bolts back in, and then we're gonna seal this tight so nothing will come out. All right. Now we're gonna use our drill. Seat them into place for now. No need to tighten like crazy. I just want to seal some points of contact so we can just, I don't have to hold this anymore. All right. There we go, drop that. Fuck, that's the wrong one. Alright guys, once you see it in the bolts, you can actually just I hand tighten them with the ratchet just because I don't want to impact these and then, yeah, it sounds like a recipe for disaster for destroying a case or something. So we're gonna simply just tighten some with the ratchet. I don't know the torque specs, but I'm not doing it like ridiculously too tight, so I'm also not doing it too loose where it might just rattle off. But you know, be a little smart about it. They probably have some specs somewhere, or I just follow any other, I guess, case, what's it called, torque spec. All right, the bolts have been tightened down. Everything seems all right. I'm gonna let this settle for a few hours, and then we should be waiting a day for it to cure, but I'm just waiting a few hours because I'm a little anxious to see how the clutch runs, see if it engages better or not. Hey guys, so we got the bolts back on. We put oil in here, fresh oil, still cold. We're gonna start it up real quick and we're gonna see if the clutch works. So turn this on. Starts up. Now the biggest thing, we are gonna test to see if the clutch works, because before it was just, it wanted to move, but it was just too hard. So let's try it out in reverse. Oh yeah! Yeah! It runs! Neutral. Let's put it in drive. Oh my god, it runs. Well guys, that's a clutch replacement on a 200cc Chinese engine. This model specifically, and you've seen it here, it runs, and now we gotta field test it. So thanks for watching guys, like and subscribe. Hey guys, welcome back. We're back at the Chinese ATV. I should have made a video on this, but we actually got it started. So as you saw in the previous short, it was just a quad just beat to death, but I gotta put a starter on it. I should have made a video on that, but it starts, it runs. I put my carb, got the right cables hooked up. However, when I started to try and just run it, the clutch was not grabbing. It was giving all the symptoms of a bad clutch. So we're gonna replace the clutch on one of these, and since there are no YouTube videos, we're just gonna make one so you guys have reference. I believe this is a Yamoto 200 250, Cobra 200 250, whatever. It's like the mid 2000s Chinese ATV with this vertical CRF claw motor. So we're just gonna take the bolts off for the clutch cover. Obviously it's about, I think, like 10 13, I didn't really count, but I have them kind of in order right here. And I would always recommend draining the oil before you do this. However, someone mounted the skid plate wrong, or this is a different motor, because the bolt does not line up with the hole and I cannot get it. So we're just gonna let the oil spill out through here. I am gonna clean it up. It was already dirty as shit, but I took the bolts out already. As you can see, you just break them loose with your ratchet, and then I just use the drill just to get them out. You can break them with the impact, but I just like to be careful with this. So right now we're gonna pull the cover off, see if this is easy or not, because I don't think this cover's been off in a while. So hang tight everyone. I'm just trying to find a good place where I can put the phone real quick so you guys can see this. So maybe we'll do it up here. Let's see how this goes. That's not good. Definitely hasn't been off in a while.